Hey guys, this is MB from underdogchance.com and welcome back to my NBA betting model predictions, projections, and today's picks. Okay, so yesterday and the other day I didn't find any qualified bet, but today we already have two qualified bets where my projected odds are a little bit different than bookmakers. And one game is still opened. I'm talking about Minnesota against Phoenix because Devin Booker and Bradley Bill are game time decisions. So I don't know if I can catch this, but when this information will come out, then if you have my betting model, then you should reproject it and simply make your own estimation. Yesterday, I received an email from one of our members who has this betting model. So you need to check the lineups, okay? Because this betting model is based on players' lineup. So we have first five starters, and then we have reserve players, calculated minutes, predicted minutes, if you like, possessions, and then we turn this into the projected scores for each player. So, for example, I will show you here, right? Player props. Let's say we have Minnesota. As you see, I have Phoenix, I have Minnesota. Or we can use some other game, for example, Dallas against Washington, because we know who will play. This is something you get, right? So Luka Doncic, he should score 30, not should, but expected points, 34 points. And then once we sum those numbers, this is turned into the minutes as well, points per minute, and of course for the whole game. Then we get points for one team and points for the second team, and from that, uh, I could also add here maybe I can add here the scores, but it's not important probably. So you get the score for one team, for the second team, and then of course once you subtract both numbers, you get projected spreads, projected totals, and then simply compare with bookmakers. Okay, but the lineups are important because NBA we have five players on the court. It is they are very important, right? So if we would have only three players, it would be even more important. Okay, and also reserve players are important. They play less minutes, they have less effect on the game, but they still play, right? They are also important. So if you use this betting model, simply check the lineups. Okay, this is one mystery with the lineups because we have a couple of sites which provide the lineups, and the best way is to check two, three different sites, because some sites will say that it is questionable. For example, Devin Booker, he's questionable. Some other sides will have him in the lineup. The other side will say that he's game time decision. So this is that play. But once you put it in the model, it will automatically calculate projections, right? But those are the information that we need. Okay. Because every single betting model, this is a tool where you give him some instructions, some input, and then he will give you the output, the answer, right? This is the goal, because if you don't have a tool, then you just try to make the spreads in your head, and this is of course not sustainable in the long run. When people ask me, I don't know how to do this for next 10 years. If you want to become a long-term winner, then you need a system, you need a strategy, you need a betting model, because you cannot just guess games for next 10 years. You can guess, of course, but you will never have financial success with sports betting. You need to have a system. And also, if you run a business, if you run anything, you need to have a system. Okay, it is not possible to deal with every single thing manually, and this is why betting models are great. Okay, so let's go to today's projections. 5-4 so far, ROI plus 12.71%, beating the line. So good numbers so far. I'm very satisfied, and I want to make 15 units. I should make it green, not like this, but this one. Okay, this is the goal. So let's go to the projections. So couple of games. I was making projections where I didn't have all the lines, so maybe there can be some differences with a couple of players, or one player or two, if you make it later. But I did this in the morning. Based on my projections, there is no value with Dallas. I have Dallas at -5, bookmakers -6. So I think that if you make projections, and even if you make it a little bit later, when you get new information about the players, I believe the projections are the same. If you check Circa, Pinnacle, or those serious bookmakers, they usually wait, because at this moment we still don't have the spreads for example, Phoenix, Minnesota. They're probably waiting if Devin Booker will play or not, and then they will decide what line will be offered later. Okay, Boston, Philadelphia, 2 point difference, so no value. Knicks, Atlanta Hawks. This is my projections. I didn't check bookmakers lines. And then we have Milwaukee Bucks against Toronto Raptors. Um, I have Toronto plus 4.5. It is 5 point difference. Giannis is questionable or game time decision. So if he will not play, then this play will be even better. But even with him in the lineup, I have Toronto as a home underdog to cover this spread. Okay, Orlando Bulls. This is the second another game with no lineup. So you should check the lineups again, and I will probably do this later as well. And if I decide something to add, I will put below in the comments, and of course in our Discord group as well for members. Minnesota, Phoenix. This is the game I already talked. Cleveland, Portland. Based on my projections, Portland should be smaller underdog, and I have Portland plus 10.5 at home. And then the last game, Sacramento Kings against Los Angeles. My lines and bookmakers lines are the same. So that's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and whatever you decide to take, I wish you good luck.